Waisha progresses, there's a lot more to learn to help you start off with your academic publishing. And this time, we are going to talk about the selection process, composition, and duties of the journal publication team members. After watching this video lecture, you'll get to identify the members of your own team. So don't forget to submit the accomplished worksheet towards the end of today's session. Thank you very much.
The composition of the editors varies depending on the nature and aims of the journal. Usually, the team is called the editorial board, wherein there is a chief editor or editor-in-chief, associate editors, and section or review editors if the journal is divided into various fields or sections. In some cases, the editors, composed of the chief editor, associate editor and section editor, is distinct from the editorial board, which is a panel of experts who serve as regular consultants and peer reviewers. The credibility of the journal are dependent on the editorial board, but the day-to-day management of the journal is the responsibility of the editors. The editors are accountable for the quality of their journal's content. They are responsible for sourcing high-quality articles, for handling routine operations, and for the flow and processing of articles. The two most important attributes of a good editor are, 1. Having a detailed knowledge of the subject area, and 2. Being organized. The editor-in-chief is the lead editor and ultimately responsible for the academic content of the journal. Primary responsibilities usually include directing the overall strategy of the journal in cooperation with the publication head, director, or vice presidents, as well as the publisher and the society, reviewing and deciding upon submitted manuscripts to ensure sustainable and timely copy flow, final editing and proofreading of manuscript before publication, and acting as an ambassador for the journal, commissioning content and recruiting authors.
Additional responsibilities may be added depending on the nature and aim of the journal.
Depending on the scope and aim, a journal may have one or more associate editors. The editor-in-chief assigns work to these associates and may deputize some decisions to them. The exact role of the associate editor will vary from journal to journal, and manuscripts will often be assigned to them based on the topic or country of origin. They are usually responsible for coordinating with authors and contributors, review editors, editor-in-chief, peer reviewers, and journal staff, and minor editing of manuscripts before forwarding them to the editor-in-chief. A journal may also appoint review or section editors who are responsible for reviewing only specific manuscript types or specific topics. Often, these editors make final decisions on their assigned manuscripts, but the editor-in-chief may still wish to review decisions for all sections. They are in-house experts mainly responsible for the technical review of submitted articles. They also act as coordinators between authors and contributors, reviewers, associate editors, and the editor-in-chief. They are responsible for minor or light editing of manuscripts before being forwarded to the editor-in-chief. The composition of the journal's editorial board, distinct from the editors, have various objectives which are as follows: to bring together a range of key individuals within the field who can advise on journal strategy, to act as a ready team of reviewers with an active interest in the success of the journal, and to add credibility to the journal and/or celebrate important experts in the field. In this case, the editorial board member's position is largely honorific. The journal staff usually includes an editorial assistant, layout artist, circulation staff, and web manager or editor. The editorial assistant provides all forms of assistance to the journal editors and editorial board. He or she is responsible for forwarding or retrieving articles, management of activities like meetings, communicating with other stakeholders, and managing other contingencies. The layout artist is responsible for the layout of printed and electronic articles. The circulation staff is mainly responsible for the distribution of journals. The web manager or editor is responsible for managing the content and functions of the journal website. They work in close coordination with the editors, editorial board, and each other. The editorial assistant usually stands as the overall coordinator. This has been Kay. Thank you very much for your attention.